Previously on
RoX-TV.
420. We got a couple 420 shows. We got one with 6 digits.
So you want to come and see me? Let's get a chicken quesadilla.
Always giving a chilling and energetic performance.
Content, unheard shit, and that's for shit I'm looking forward to. We've just begun. This is the second show. Major shout out to motherfucking RoX-TV, where you're gonna find out everything you need to know about the underground, starting right here, Holy Toledo.
RoX-TV.
Most of the time we lose a homie, we go through the rest of our days missing them. When it's your homie Blaze, not even death can keep him away.
We don't get to move around a lot, right? So everybody's got a story about fucking up something on stage, you know. Just last night, I hit one of these risers on here, and I got this big ass cut on my leg from last night, you know. That's just me. But we're talking about, digress, we're talking about him. You know what I'm saying? So we start the set, right? And we get off, and we get going, and I swear it's that time. It's like, I think it's Ghost or it's Casket. It's something like that. It's a bunch of, we're jumping. We're trying to jump. So I'm jumping by myself, and I look back, and there he's nowhere to be found. I'm like, where the fuck did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? You know, I'm continue. So the shit starts up, and I gotta hit the verse. I'm like, fuck it, all right, I'm gonna start hitting my verse. I start hitting, and I look back, and he's through the fucking stage. He is through the stage. His leg is through the stage, and he is on his ass and back like this, like, bro, help me up. And I can't help him because the song's going on. So, needless to say, he gets out of the hole. Somebody comes, he gets out the hole, he gets up, we continue the whole set, we do it. And during the set, I go back for a little bit, I'm like this, you know, lights are out, and I see these two ninjas come running out of nowhere. They got long hair and beards and shit. And he's like, hey man, he looks at me, he's got a hammer in one hand and a piece of wood in the other hand. I don't know. Face the hole. It's yours, I guess. I don't know what the fuck. I'm telling you. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. So he's behind me. He's back there. Now we had to watch out to trip over this board over there.
And I'm Juggalo since the day I was born, pretty much. You know what I mean? Fucking always supporting that wicked shit. Whoop whoop.
After 420, we really ain't got nothing too much in the works besides working on the album. It's like, it doesn't seem like it's there that all of a sudden then the show's here, so it's like, but, so we're gonna calm down on shows and focus on the album.
He's been around since the 90s. He's also been dead since the 90s. And that's probably why he smells like formaldehyde.
Oh man, it was well back in the 90s, probably late, actually no, it was like mid 90s, like 95, 96, when I first started doing this stuff, and I really started getting serious probably in 2000 and actually dropping my first EP around 2000 or so. You know, about that time, but I was always around the neighborhood, like just doing shit, like trying to rap, but it was a lot of other people's music at the time. You know, I was like, I guess I was like a personal karaoke machine. You just find me, but I wouldn't be beats. It was just vocals just coming out, you know, all types of people shit. There's so many awesome places. I love touring just to see, you know, the entire, like the country. Obviously, United States is the bomb. I've been to Australia and that was awesome as well. One day I'm gonna make it over to Europe just because I hear good things. And I'd also like to go to Japan. So I haven't been everywhere yet, but I've been multiple places and every place is something new most of the time. You know, I've been to a couple places that stand out though. And Vegas is one, for instance. You don't go on until very late and there's multiple things to do out in Vegas, you know, so there's all types of shit. You can go to the casinos and do everything. I've had wild times out there and I've had some crazy times. Just the last time I was out touring, had crazy things happen. And it wasn't with me, it was mostly crew, because crew goes out there or other ninjas, like their first time ever on the road and in this type of situation, and just like, they just go crazy. And weird things happen out in Vegas. And when they say it happens in Vegas, it stays in Vegas, it doesn't always stay in Vegas because them stories are told and retold forever. And I remember stories like that forever. And yeah, but there's a lot of great places. I love all around the country, man. Massachusetts is off the hinges. New York is the bomb. LA is definitely, like, come on. But most of my places are rated off of weed. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, because I smoke a lot.
I ain't know what I was doing.
I got you.
I done fucked that all over the place.
Look, this is how it's supposed to be. If you down with the wicked shit, the wicked shit. If you down with the wicked shit, say hell yeah. Hell yeah. Say hell yeah. Now if you down with the wicked shit, the wicked shit. If you down with the wicked shit, say hell yeah. Hell yeah. Say fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. See, that's right.
I know that for that.
Now let's hear you. Go ahead. Let's all these go.
Hell nah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jim. Play the next one. Go ahead. We can't do that shit. What if you down with the wicked shit? The wicked shit. If you down with the wicked shit, and let me hear you say hell yeah. Hell yeah. Say hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now if you down with the wicked shit, the wicked shit. If you down with the wicked shit, the wicked shit, say hell yeah.
You know, Colorado stepped their game up. California has always been good, like for a long time, but you know, they fluctuate too. But if you go out to Humboldt, that's like the best weed I've ever smoked in my life. Humboldt County, California, the best weed, hands down, I've ever smoked in my life that is grown in this country that I know of. Now, prove me wrong. Next time I see you, you know, let me see what you got and I'll check it out and I will take it into consideration. But the highest I've ever been is off some Humboldt County weed. But I'm a weed snob, but not that much of a snob. Like, I love smoking, so you bring your weed and I'm gonna smoke it. Straight up.
Sativa or indica?
Both, man. I like both. I'm 100%. It depends on what time and mood I'm in. Like right now, I got some indica, and it doesn't really slow me down. Like, it slows most people down. It just makes me normal. I smoke weed and I get normal. That's what it is. You know? Most people don't do that shit, but I do. You can see it on my face right here. My eye is red than a bitch. I mean, if I'm speaking from just Blaze Your Dead Homie as a Juggalo, I would say you have to start with One Less G in the Hood. Now, if I'm speaking from Blaze Your Dead Homie as a new school Juggalo, I'd say you'd have to start with Gang Regs. And it's like there's so much different stuff in between, and like for real, Colton Grundy is one of my favorite records, and that's, you know, it's like, it's hard to say what your favorite record is, but that's one of my favorite records. So it's tough to tell you where to start because there's so much shit. But if you start at One Last G in the Hood and you keep into it, you'll see the progression and you'll see the growth and what it's about, you know, for real.
I wasn't, but I drove through Toledo, and every time I drive through Toledo, I stop in Toledo. But if this, I can tell you the truth, I've only had Tony Tacos once in my life. Tony Tacos? Tony Taco. Taco? I don't know what it is. Chili dog. Chili dog? It's Toledo chili dog. They're different. They got the big dumbass. It's like a big diggler, bro. Oh, shit.
Get some more drive-by?
You know, that is never off the plate. Like me and Killer is always cool. We always, you know, we work well together, and we don't have a problem getting together and working. So, you know, if people want to see that shit, you know, we're down to do it. It's cool. It'll happen. I'm working on some shit now. I have a title, like working title, that I haven't really told anybody about yet, because I was actually gonna put some new music out here on this tour, and I just shelved it for a minute because I wanted to work on the brand new record. So out here, I am fully like into writing mode and getting ready to put this shit into motion, hopefully by the end of the year. I don't have a date yet, but trust me, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be the shit, and it's gonna be different shit that you ain't never heard from me before. Wow.
It should be like, Eastside. That's how the fuck we supposed to be right there. That's how the fuck you supposed to be right there. That's how the fuck we do the goddamn thing.
It's tough because I listen to fucking satellite radio all the time. I listen to bullshit, and you know what? And they would be like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" But I listen to Mad Dog, Christopher Russo, all the time. The Tory guy, all them guys on there. There's a guy on there later on named Pat something, and he's from Detroit. So I get that. I'm like listening to him to hear what he's talking about the Lions, because a lot of his shit is the same shit I feel. Like, whoa, man, he's like actually speaking the same shit I be talking about, the Lions, the Pistons, the Red Wings, the Tigers. And he only does it a little bit, but you could tell his, you know, Detroit love is there. So, but yeah, and I found myself a lot on like the old rock shit a lot, and then I go through them 70s and 60s and 40s and 50s, and like I try to do all that shit and listen to a little bit of what's popping in all eras, because I like to listen to music, man. It's just, you know, you'll be in a mood and you're like, I can't hear this mumble crap, or I can't hear this bullshit right now, and you'll just flip back to see what people used to do. and you know, get inspired maybe that way. Man, I'm bringing this like this old school, like I want everybody to see it's old school with a new school feel. Right. It's back. Blaze You Down Homie. I told you I wasn't just gonna throw it away forever.
Look, first things first, I want to thank each and every one of y'all motherfuckers coming out here for this intimate ass evening with your dead homie and Gorilla Voltage. And, man, you know, nothing but motherfucking respect for every one of y'all, man. Much love. Motherfucking this underground wicked shit, and this is how we do the damn thing. I wanted to show y'all some new shit. It's my new shit. I brought the clock back, but I want to change it my new way. Like, fuck that. Blaze on some digital shit now. What? Blaze on some digital shit now. What? And y'all was like, damn, he ain't never gonna change. And bro, I done changed. I got up. I was like, fuck, I told y'all I was gonna bring the clock back when I could be up on some digital shit, right? And I brought it back because I'm on some digital shit. I'm on some digital age shit.
Everybody, every motherfucking body ever listened to me, ever seen me, ever gave me like a even, you know, chance to do some shit up in your ear hole, man, thank y'all for real. That's on the real. Much love to my homies Twisted, to MNE, everybody at the motherfucking camp. You know, all my peoples, motherfucking Purple Hash. Love y'all. You know how we do.
If you've enjoyed this video from RoX-TV, make sure you follow RoX-TV on Facebook and YouTube. If it's underground, we're there.